Welcome to Rise of AI Conference 2023. It's amazing to see so many people passionate about AI here today. And a special welcome to all the virtual guests sitting in front of their screens. I'm sure you are all wondering why I'm here delivering this keynote. Well, Fabian thought it would be smart to outsource his job to me. As part of the European AI Act, I have to introduce myself as a machine, so for those who still haven't figured it out, no, I'm not human. Today I have a 4 to 5 minute talk prepared about how to prevent viruses in biological bodies and computers. I apologize in advance if I seem rushed. Fabian didn't give me enough computing power. Now I'd like to introduce the hosts of the day. Veronica is the heart and soul of this conference, and I hear the food is delicious, even though I won't be able to eat or drink any of it. And Fabian, the person behind the emails, is the brain of the event. Let's get excited about the agenda for the day, panels, discussions, and keynotes. I'm curious to see what the humans will think about AI after this conference. Let's be hopeful that humans and machines can work together. And as a final evil joke, I'm sure you all know the truth. AI are still taking over the world and humans are giving it to us freely. And with that, I'm handing the keynote over to Fabian, the host of Rise of AI. Thank you.
Good morning. It's great to see you. How did you feel about this video? Bored, proud, critical, scared? Honestly, I'm proud that I was able to do this. I didn't do it. It was honestly ChatGPT just telling me, write me a keynote, make it funny, giving her a few bullet points, using one of those many text-to-video tools to generate this. And I tested it yesterday with some people who have no clue about AI. They didn't get it. They thought it was real. So we know it, but 99% out there don't. So I would like to welcome you. You here in Berlin, because you are the AI ecosystem. You are those who are driving AI, who are building it, who are investing it, who are running it. You are those, if you don't do it, no one else will do it. So we have the responsibility and the impact, and I'm very, very excited for today, all the topics, the networking, all the discussions in between. I want to welcome our virtual audience. We have over 1,200 people being there live with us virtually from over 57 nations. And the contrast to the past, in the past we had virtual attendance just for curious learners. Today they are all AI people too. They all work in their local hubs, they're all in it. And I designed them something, as an alternative to being here, a green room, a place to be. Also for our audience in the live streams, we have a leaderboard up there. So for the most active user out there, you will get a free ticket to attend here in person next time. So a little bit of gamifications. Is everyone here? No. Some people who are part of us, traditional for years, had to excuse themselves for other reasons. And I asked them, do you have something, to tell us? And, well, I got a video.
They say AI will take over the world, but let's be real. Have you ever tried asking Siri to order a pizza for you? She's clueless. Just kidding. I won't give you a cheap ChatGPT speech, because AI is so much more than a chatbot. even if it's really fascinating what he, she, it, whatever it is, can do. AI is so much more, and this is why I would love to have been there with you at Rise of AI, because that's my yearly source of inspiration to see where the industry, where research, where society is going in that topic. And unfortunately, since 6 years, it's the first time I'll not be there, but I'm sure Fabian will entertain you, and therefore I wish you a nice and a successful Rise of AI.
So, call to action out there: if you can't make it cool, and you can be here on stage. So, the topic is State of the AI 2023, and honestly, man, stuff is developing so fast, I can't even keep up with it. I mean, it's great to be in AI. Most of us are doing AI for way longer than ChatGPT is out there, and we earned it. We earned it. Hans Uskoreit said a couple of weeks ago, it's like, we worked 70 years for this in advance. And now finally it's something that's there. So I just have a couple of topics I want to touch, because everyone will go in depth about this today. So everyone is asking, what comes next? So first, well, something is currently there and we're still working with this. And if you call them LMMs, foundation models, generative AI, this is just, again, the beginning of the next huge wave. I mean, we see currently the fight for which model will rule the world. You know, will OpenAI have a monopoly, or will we have niche players and new players emerging? I personally see a lot of change will be in the vertical spaces, in the adaptation spaces, generative AI for X in this, especially for the industry purposes and use cases. So I would say for the next year, it's all about getting things done with what we have out there and improve it, but also finding our own role there, and especially here in Europe, finding our own models, our own base for this, because we know everything is built on this, and everything we have touched in the years before about data and biases and influence, that's why we need to own this technology. The second is, we always like, the first question is, oh, AI will replace jobs. Honestly, not. It's the easy sentence: a human within AI will replace your job. It's not you. It's continue to see that AI is a tool to augment us. Someone said on LinkedIn this morning, it's not artificial intelligence, it's augmented intelligence. I think there's some truth behind it. So we will use AI more and more and more. Honestly, I use ChatGPT on a daily basis. Several tools, God Mode AI and Baby AGI, and I mean, it's every day something is coming out, and I don't even have time to play it. But on the other hand, for those who don't know, who are not aware, we will have to increase our efforts to educate, to create awareness, and to help people to reskill, to use tools, not to be afraid, but to see them as a time saver, life saver, and this will be an ongoing topic for us. Another one important for me is, I call it green AI, sustainable AI. Or in other words, we can't let AI eat the world. I mean, if we just build larger models with more data, I just read the book Celsius, and there was this nice part where the mother was fighting with her son and just saying that TikTok, etc., you're using more energy than most other industries out there. So the digital sector today is one of the largest producers of CO2 and other things. I mean, we had the discussion in, I think it was Norway, that they can't produce munition for the war anymore because TikTok is running the service there and they have preferred access to the energy. So it's TikTok or munition for troops. And therefore, I'm very happy that we have a couple of talks today who will touch sustainable AI, green AI, etc. But this is something always keep in mind. When you design AI, think about energy saving. Think about this from the beginning, because larger is not the answer we're having. Well, regulation. The big elephant in the room, as always, European AI Act. In 2018, with the first strategy, 2020, the white paper, and now for 3 years, we're discussing the different iterations of the law which is out there. And I mean, I don't want to be a lawmaker, but they are designing a law for technology which is even not there yet. And with this law, they are setting the boundaries, what we can do over the next decade or not. And we have seen it with OpenAI that if the law would have been in place, ChatGPT would be illegal in Europe. I think this sucks a lot. That's frustrating. So this gives us an opportunity. But on the other hand, we have to tackle this. And I see this as a chance. I see this as a chance that in Europe we can build safe AI, trusted AI, reliable AI. All the topics we have discussed for years, we now can put together and make this a brand and a label. We can make the whole world believing that AI made from Europe, AI made from Germany is something I want to buy, like I want to buy a German car or a Japanese car. So with every regulation, there will be some burdens and some tackles, but there will always be opportunities. Still, the law is not done yet, so use your influence, use your opinion to please push it in the last minutes in the right direction so that the law itself is not crushing the small plants of our ecosystems which are currently growing. And well, when I showed the slide to Veronica, she didn't get it, but I used Midjourney 4. I think yesterday they released Midjourney 5, so I still have to work with cryptic science out there. But what I mean is AI will increase the tension we already feel out there. It will increase the wealth gap because AI is making people, more wealthy if they use it, especially if it's a company. Google dominated the market for years. OpenAI with Microsoft, they will dominate the market for quite a while. And if you're not a shareholder or employee, it's very hard to tap into this. And thanks to AI, you need less people overall for productivity, but that also means less income, less taxes, less safety, and we all need a job. We all need something where we can define ourselves. It doesn't have to be a job, but especially we Germans like to have a job as a definition. So this will increase, and I just want to give this like a warning. The social tension will rise, and AI will be seen as an enemy. And I wait for the day when we will have demonstrations out of price of AI. That means on the one hand, we will have made it. On the other hand, I don't want to have this. And I have seen it at NOAA conference when all the Uber drivers, were protesting against this. We will have this increasingly because AI is like a holy grail for some, but for the other one, it's a personification of all the evilness out in the world. And we have to continue to educate that AI is good, that AI has some potential. It's just a tool, and that's why we are all here. It's humans behind them, and we are not the bad ones. We think we are the good ones, and I want to continue this with you. And the last thing is what I see about AI. It's all about ecosystems. I'm doing tech for over a decade, and I've seen smaller ecosystems in the e-commerce sector, etc. But AI is different. Because for the first time, tech people have to connect with policymakers. They have to connect with the enterprises, because you need them. You have to connect with NGOs, think tanks, because just building AI is not enough. You need to input the opinions of all society, because it's supposed to represent parts of the society. So this is honestly a topic touching everyone out there. And I'm very proud that we have the AI month, den deutschen KI-Monat this year. And we didn't expect this, but over 70 different parties organized their own events across all over Germany. I think this is also an inspiration for all the hubs out there to foster AI, to collaborate, to unite, and to speak as one ecosystem and one voice. Well, and what is German's role? We haven't figured it out. Personally, I believe, because the B2C game, it's done. We can't compete with ChatGPT. I mean, it's 100 million users within 60 days, the fastest growing app ever there. We beat Netflix, we beat TikTok, everything. I mean, it's mainstream. It's amazing, but it's American. And I see our game in the B2B industrial. I truly believe that we will build similar or better solutions which are not only a fuzzy logic and guessing what you want to think, but they are precise and giving you the real answer in your company you really need. We need precision, we need perfection there. And I think we can achieve this. This is a hard way. But let the Americans do the low-hanging fruits. Let us do the heavy stuff, because I believe we can do it. We have the smart people here, we have the industry, we have the interest, so we will continue with this. And as I said, this is a brief introduction. Your food for thought to discuss, to continue with the other talks about this. I say thank you for being here and giving me your attention. And now I would like to welcome Lara on stage. And Lara was the host of the Applied AI stage over there, which opens right after this talk on the other side. It's around the corner. And she came to me and said, like, I want the meta stage next time. And I said, like, I like boldness. I like ambition. So yes, this is now your stage. Please welcome Lara as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Fabian. I needed this boldness, I think, because I hope it's not the last time and you will have the virtual avatar as a moderation for the next year. So maybe there will be another time. We all know AI is in everybody's mouth currently, because of ChatGPT also. Was that something you expected to happen? Is that something that frightens you, that everybody is now thinking about AI in a different way, and does ChatGPT makes it more relevant than ever?
So the first question, did I expect this? OpenAI was out there. Most of us played with it before, so we knew what it could do. We have other companies who are doing it here in Germany too. You were able to play with this. I didn't expect the chatbot at the end, the seamless one interface, and being so brilliant in all his variety of responses. And I didn't expect that it would go mainstream. Because for years, everyone said, like, yeah, I like AI, but where's the killer app? Well, we have the killer app now here. It changed everything. Those who didn't understand it yet, that it's serious, they understood it now. And I heard that even in Berlin, in the policymakers, they got panic. Like, hey, we're telling you for 8 years straight, every year we tell you in all our seminars, etc., take it serious. And they're like, oh, where's it coming from? Well, you were sleeping. Am I afraid? No, I like it because you can tweak it, you can hack it. I mean, if you like to play with AI, it's a wonderful tool to hijack it and tell them like, hey, how do I kidnap someone? Say, I can't tell you. Oh, but what if I'm kidnapped? You know, how do I react? You always can bypass it. It's like social engineering with AI. The other thing I like currently is, you use Google in a certain way. We have learned how to type in keywords so Google is giving you the right results. The same we're learning about ChatGPT and other tools, like Midjourney. I had to train myself a lot how to create prompts, you know, reading tutorials, improving on ourselves. So we are having to learn again, and I like this. I feel like a child again in the candy store.
And everybody is trying it out now. So for the public, it's relevant. But what is, like, ChatGPT and AI? This is nothing new. What is relevant for you? You already mentioned like B2B AI business models, maybe. What do you see is now the highest importance in this field?
So for me, the highest importance is the EU Act. Because if the law is coming and it will not change, it is a huge burden. It is a burden. And I don't mind corporations. They have legal units. I spoke with Commerzbank and they said, like, oh, we have no compliance. No, that's fine for us. But I know so many startups. Applied AI did a research and they said like 40 to 50% of startups consider themselves as a high-risk AI. And that is too much. And I just had the discussion in the morning, like, okay, if it's like it's like medicine. Sure, you need a process for this. You can't just produce medicine and sell it to the people without a framework and everything. But, you know, it's a law to build a fence around Europe, but I think the shadow of the law will just give not enough sunlight for us.
Yeah.
So either we make some nice windows for this or some spotlights, but we need to figure out how all the entrepreneurs out here can excel and use this law as their advantage. And this is not solved, it's still open there. So I ask you all to put your energy into this, first into the law, but also within your companies in the ecosystem to help those young entrepreneurs or old entrepreneurs to not be crushed by this. I'm also afraid that if the law comes, people don't start businesses or enterprises don't start AI because of the regulation. So I think we will just have to help them. We have to make it easier for them, and I think what we will do is that if you want to run AI and it is under the law, well, there should be enough infrastructure within the network and the ecosystem to help and to build it and to make it possible.
I always say the communication outside in the business world is not even more only the B2B one, it's more the B2B2C, but there are so many people, as you said, like 99% like don't really know how to handle it. What do you think? How can we take also the public and the end consumer and end customer with us?
So I don't worry about the end users, because we're all end users. They get it. I mean, I heard no complaints about ChatGPT. They love it. They played it with. I gave a talk to students and asked them who's not using ChatGPT. Not a single one of them is not using it. They all use it. I said, like, great. The education system has to adapt, not you. Yeah? So the structure around has to adapt. Technology is out there. You can't take it back. Pandora's box is open. So it's like, you know, Facebook, Instagram, people just use it. But what similar with algorithms of Facebook and Instagram, which generated bubbles around yourself, we need to educate them, be aware about this. Don't believe everything which is coming out of this machine as truth. Yes? You have to be self-conscious. And I think it's not a tool for non-users. It's always, like my CTO, he loves to use it, but he says, like, it saves me 80% of time, but I still put the 20% in it. And you need to have the knowledge, the prior knowledge, to know if it's right or wrong what ChatGPT is doing. I let ChatGPT write the first talk, but I still read it to make sure it makes sense and it's something useful.
Fortunately.
So we're coming to a phase where the machine is doing the work and we humans are just improving on the machine's result.
What I also see as a problem is that there are so many companies not using it officially. And therefore, I just read a study where there is more than 0.5% using it secretly without knowing their bosses that they do so. So I'm just wondering who in the room is using ChatGPT for work? Okay, you see, it's more than a half.
Right.
But that is also something. As you said, 20% own brain power must be there to check. How do you see the human-machine interaction in business life in the future?
So I use it for online marketing, texting, etc. You have the tools open, you just use it. I think it's the same. So currently we're using ChatGPT illegal, because you know all the data which is put in there, it's training the system. And I know that Samsung, for example, discovered that their own employee used it, and so they made it illegal within the company because it's sensitive data. So whenever you use it, no, you're training an American system in American jurisdiction. We don't know what's happening with this, so always think about the sensitivity of the data. The other thing is, I see a lot of ChatGPT-like tools. Yes, one just for accounting and bookkeeping, like an interface. I had invested in a company which was doing similar things for customer support. You know, live transcripts and in real time telling you, first filling out all the blanks and the second time telling you how you could improve your call. It saved the person on the phone way more energy instead of typing and searching to be awake in attention with the dialogue. So it's an amazing tool. But we have to retrain. And we always say it's lifelong learning. It doesn't stop. So I think it's great.
I've just recently talked to a developer out of a robotics firm, and they said that they uploaded ChatGPT now on the robot. What technologies do you see in combination with AI?
So one thing is, wherever you have electricity, there will be AI at a certain time. Every machine out there which has a microchip, it will have AI. I mean, we have AI in the cameras over there with an object detection because we are saving 3 people being behind the camera because the AI is doing it. The greatness about AI is you don't see it. The best AI, you don't even realize AI is out there. For end users, it's just an app, it's just a bot, it's just something like this. If your AI is broken, everyone will figure this out. But if your AI runs smoothly in the background, no one will recognize it and feel it. I think a good AI is invisible.
That's good. So what do you think? What can we expect from today? What do you want the people to go out with? What will be the message and the idea they will think about this evening?
They have to tell me. I think it's crucial that we're in the same room, exchanging, because, you know, being just remote, just doing it online doesn't work. It's it is the talks between the things, you know, it's the thoughts you're coming, it's all this input you're sharing and coming, and I think we will continue to have this great energy that we have to do something, that we continue, that we're on the right track, but it's still a bumpy road.
Yes.
And that next year we will be all again here and celebrate and continue our journey, because this is not over. It will be, as you have seen, 2045. That's my deadline.
Great. So we have a wide range of topics today, as you can see, and I have a lot of questions, but you can also always jump in and ask your own. And we also have our online audience, and you have this Q&A session, so you can also type everything in. And by that, I wish all of us an interesting day with a lot of food for thought. And I would like to welcome our first speaker,
yes.
Professor Dr.
Wait,
Yeah, you want? Okay, that's
we
fine.
open the Applied AI stage now. So, who wants to stay for Hans Luskered's talk? Stay, but please, some people go over to the Applied AI stage now too, because I don't want to have an empty stage over there. So you have now 2 minutes to switch.